The decommitments and stuff, just on a personal level, I mean, how tough is it to feel like you've built relationships and then you get jilted at the altar?
Well, it's, as you can imagine, it would be tough, but you know what? It's part of the process. And one thing about it is you can't be naive in the process. If you're building relationships with kids, so are other guys. You know what I mean? So in that regard,
so recruiting is sort of like The Bachelor.
Yeah, well, however you want to compare it, you'd probably have to ask my wife on that one because I don't watch that one a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, you're building relationships with those guys, but so are other people. And so, obviously we've been competing at a high level in recruiting, and I think that's a testament to some of that. But it's tough. It's not easy. It's like when you go out and play a game and you don't win it. It hurts. And when you win it, you're relieved more or less than just joy. And recruiting's a lot like that.
Thank you, John.
Okay, you wrote, yeah.
The whole recruit and develop slogan, I guess, that you guys have been using, how much do people kind of forget about the second part of that on a day like today?
On a day like today, that's the key. That little add in there at the end. People, these guys all coming in. I mean, some of them are a little further along than others, but there's a big component with the development side of things. They all have to develop. If guys come in and they stay the same from where they were in high school, they're not going to be able to play at this level. So I think on a day like today, that sometimes gets lost in the shuffle, but that's a huge piece of the puzzle. We're counting on those guys. Coach Corum, Coach Edmond, they do a great job in the development, phase of things. So, today it's easy to overlook that a little bit, but when you walk down the hall and you see some of the guys that we were talking about last year on signing date, and you see how far they've developed in the last 12 months, you get it that it's a pretty important factor, is the development.
As far as your position goes, how much of a percentage, I guess, would that high performance program kind of contribute to that? I mean,
It's huge. For the offensive line, it's your lifeline. I mean, it's everything. Is that weight room? For us, strength is so important. Speed, change of direction, explosion, all those things are so important that you have to have guys that are doing a great job down there in that weight room. And we're very fortunate for Coach Edmond and his whole staff. Coach Ronald, all of them, Coach Horton. They do a fantastic job with their guys, and it's a huge piece of the puzzle for offensive line in every position. I'm sure every coach would say that, but with us, there's so much hand-to-hand combat. There's so much man-on-man, and a lot of it comes down to you're stronger than that guy across from you, or you're more explosive than that guy across from you, and so it's really important.